Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Trash Talk with a Chaotic Duo. I'm Jay.
I'm Selena.
Because I remembered that last time we didn't say our names.
Yeah, true. We totally forgot to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Oops.
But yeah, I'm Jay, that's Selena. And yeah, welcome back to another episode.
Episode number 2. It's been a while. But we're back.
Yes. Today we thought about talking a little bit more about ourselves, and in particular the time when we weren't friends.
And like how we met and stuff. And yeah.
So it's still an introductory episode.
Yeah, just because we kind of figured we didn't really introduce ourselves like at all. And I don't know, not many people know how we met, I guess. And yeah.
No.
I guess it's just fun to say.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yes.
In this episode.
Okay.
Who's gonna start?
I don't know. You want to start?
Sure. Yeah, so my life before university, before I met Selena, was kind of boring. I think. I just, I went to high school and I had the same friends throughout the 6 years. And, I did actually chose a study that no one else wanted to do for my friends. So I kind of felt like lonely because a few friends were going to study economics, one did law, others went not to Rotterdam. I think my life before university was really Dutch as well. So I liked the challenge of meeting different people, international people, different cultures, also because I'm different. I guess that was one of the things that really wanted me to study at IPCOM.
Cool.
Is that a good introduction to my life before?
I guess so. I guess same, I also went to the same high school for 7 years with international people, so I already had that, but yeah, and then I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Both me and Luigi, so Luigi is a friend of ours, but I went to high school with him before, and we both really didn't know what to do. I actually didn't know he applied to IPCOM, because I basically applied, and he was like, oh yeah, I applied to this, and I was like, oh, that's where I want to go. But now we're closer as well, so that's nice. And yeah, I don't know. I was quite happy with getting into Erasmus, but basically it was very chaotic for me because I didn't know I got in. My first email was an email saying I have till Wednesday to decide if I'm in or not, or they're going to retract my offer.
Really?
Yeah, and I was sent an email back saying, well, I never got the first email that I got in. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry. That should have been a red flag from the start.
Yes.
But, yeah, so that was very scary. I was like, oh my god, if I hadn't read that email, I just wouldn't have gone in.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it happened to a couple people, I think. They just didn't send the initial email saying, oh, welcome, you got accepted.
That's
no,
so
it's...
weird.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
I figured out that I got in during my French exam.
Wait, what?
A school exam, one of the exams that we had. Not the official one, that by then I already knew, but I was done with that, and as the good student that I am, I went on my phone and I saw the email and I was like, congratulations, you're in. And I was so happy, and Numi was sitting next to me, so I kind of tapped on the table I'm in.
Oh, that's cute.
So I had the same. I didn't know what I wanted to study. I knew that I wanted something to do with writing, journalism. Same. But then I went to Tilburg, the for the study. Yeah, it was awful.
Wait, which study?
Journalistiek.
Ew.
Yeah, it wasn't like the university study. It was HBO.
In Tilburg.
Yeah. I mean, I went to that open day of that, and just the people there, they were like, oh yeah, I mean, if you have an assignment, you can do it the day before and you can get a 6. And I was like, that's not the standard.
Yeah, no.
So I just didn't vibe with that. And then I went to economics actually at Erasmus, and I already knew that I wanted nothing to do with that, but I liked the campus, so
Same.
that's how I figured out about IPCOM.
Yeah, I also checked out economics. See, I never went to Rotterdam before for some reason, so I really liked Rotterdam itself, and I really liked that Erasmus was a campus, because in like Leiden and Amsterdam and stuff, it's not one campus. So it's very like American college vibes. And so I liked that, and that's literally like why that was like my deciding factor. Like, I like Rotterdam, I like Erasmus. Like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, that was pretty much it. But yeah, I did check for economics, because I did like economics, but my math just isn't good enough.
Yeah, my economics, I failed on my exam.
Oh, well. Yeah, that wasn't the way to go. And then IPCOM itself, yeah, I honestly didn't really enjoy first year that much.
A lot of like people from our friend group didn't enjoy the first year.
Because it was all these like introduction courses, and it was so boring. It was so boring.
Yeah, I didn't mind actually.
I didn't know.
But I can remember more courses from second year.
Second year was fine, because we got to choose our own courses,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, I liked that. But we could choose what we preferred.
Yeah.
But if we if we eventually got it, that was the question.
But
I
no.
I think the one that stood out the most for me in the first year was International Global
IGC.
IGC,
Yeah.
International Global Communication
Yeah.
with HN.
Okay, well, let's say how we met.
Yeah,
'cause we
okay.
didn't say that at all.
Yes. So we met at Eureka Week, and for the people that don't study at Erasmus, that's an introductory week for the new students.
Yeah.
And basically, when you arrive there, you go to the new students of the same study. So I went alone, actually. I went alone because Numi had to go earlier, because I wanted to go with Numi, my high school friend.
Yeah.
And for some reason we didn't have the same time.
Oh, yeah, there were different, like, batches, I think.
Yeah. Which was weird because the opening started at the same time for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know why that was a thing. But okay.
I think it had something to do with different studies. But anyway.
Yeah. Luigi and I took the train together. We got OV bikes, biked across the bridge. And ended up in the same group together.
Yes.
That was nice.
Yes, that was kind of like, I didn't know. Actually, I followed you before ever meeting you.
Yeah, same.
And like befriended you on Facebook and stuff, but I didn't know when I saw you who you were.
No, same.
But yeah, I remember sitting there and I was talking to this other girl, and then she left to go somewhere, I think the toilet or something. And then the girl next to you guys left as well. And then Luigi just turned around and said, "Hi, I'm Luigi. This is Selena. Who are you?" I felt so awkward.
Same.
But it was nice that Luigi started that conversation.
Yeah, Luigi really is like a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
Is this just a podcast about Luigi? Like, yeah, and then after, I don't really remember meeting you.
No, I don't remember. I just remembered that single moment, and then that afterwards when we had lunch outside of Ahoy,
Yeah.
we sat there and got attacked by bees.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I guess my first impression of you, like, I thought you were really Dutch. So I was kind of like, oh. But then, like, as the week progressed, like, you stuck more with us than the, like, really Dutch people. So I was like, oh, I guess she's okay. Because, like, I don't know. I remember a couple times I would show up, but you were already with, like, Luigi or just sitting on, like, one of those, like, picnic tables. And then we just joined. Like, we had, like, breakfast together. I remember this one moment when I was trying to put, like, hagelslag on my bread. And then, I don't know, I was doing it really weirdly, and then everyone started laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
But, yeah.
It was, yeah. I just remembered that you guys were great company, and that I wanted to stick with you guys. And also, yeah, the very Dutch people in our group stuck together, and I was like, this is international bachelor communication and media. So
Yeah, they made, like, no effort, but
yeah.
okay.
But so I wanted to stick with you guys, basically.
Yeah. But Jay didn't really go out with us.
No.
So, yeah.
No. That happened in a later stage. Yeah, but also you slept in Rotterdam. I still slept at home.
I slept in the gym.
That was what you told me. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't do that.
Like, the ticket was like 20 euros more expensive, I think. And, like, we didn't even get anything extra. And during the day, they take all our shit away. And, yeah, it sucked. You're, like, in this room with, like, I came home at, like, 4 a.m. And then all these people were, like, in this gym. And it was just so bad.
You got woken up by an alarm.
Oh, my God. Wait, I totally blocked that out of my memory. Oh, my God. Yeah, they were so mean with waking us up. And then I would, like... Yeah, I think I took, like, a shower at, like, 4 a.m. or something just because it was so gross. Getting ready sucked. It was really the worst. And then everyone in our group, like, bailed because we missed one day that was, like, a brunch thing where people were on boats and stuff.
Yes, with pizza.
Yeah, so I was just there not doing anything, like, just waiting for people to show up. Yeah.
Yeah, if we were closer at that time, then I would definitely come, but I didn't.
No, it was not fun. I mean, luckily, I stayed at someone else's for 2 nights as well, but no, it was not fun. Don't sleep in the gym in introduction week. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that was basically where we met, but we didn't really become friends until later in the year.
Yeah, after that we kind of lost touch.
Yeah, because I stuck around more with people from the group that I was in starting the year. So Eureka Week group was totally different than...
Eureka Week is like for university in total, and then we had our own like mentors, and then they had mentors, a couple of mentees, and that was another group.
Yes. So I wasn't in that group. The only person that I'm still friends with now is Andreas. So that's how I know him. But yeah, you weren't in there. Luigi wasn't in there. But yeah, the camp.
Oh yeah, and then but we didn't really. I mean, we did talk a bit, I think.
Yeah, I came by a couple of times, stuck around, talked.
I just really hated my group. I did not enjoy boot camp.
I like my group, but yeah, I never stuck around afterwards. I mean, we were together at like the party night.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was like the first time that we actually like hung out.
But I just couldn't drink, so... Very sad being underage.
Oh yes, you had that problem. Yeah, I could. There was this great picture of me. Maybe I'll put it in there.
There's a picture of us together as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's on my Finsta when we're like kind of making the same move.
Oh, the same move. Yeah. I was talking about another picture of me where I just make the most horrendous face in the world. Yeah, and that was one of the first pictures of me at the studio. I was like, why? But yeah, we had the picture together. I totally forgot.
It's a great picture.
But yeah, camp sucked for me.
Yeah,
because
and the sleeping arrangement again was
oh,
awful.
that was so awful.
No one wanted to go to bed.
Yeah.
And everything was like wet and damp because it
Wet.
was and cold.
Yeah, because it was raining so hard, and then we had to go to the bus in like the rain, and I remember that everything that I owned was soaked. So I slept in like a half wet sleeping bag. My pillow was wet. Everything was wet.
Yeah, it was trash.
That was really trash.
And then yeah, school resumed.
And then you met up with the other people, and we kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the beginning of uni is like kind of forcing friendships,
Yes.
which won't work out anyway. Like you kind of have to gradually come.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, so I was hanging out with certain people, but then school started or class started. And I had the best term 1 tutorial group anyone could ask for, because that's how I became friends with Julius and Priya and Izad and yeah, I don't know who else.
Yeah, you were all together in one group and I wasn't. But that was also because my mentor group, I wasn't with them in a group either. Like Andreas was in my mentor group and we were in separate classes.
Yeah,
it was so weird.
How it worked, I think they split up like 2 groups, combined them, and then that was like 2 tutorial groups. Because I was with hardly anyone from my group as well. But yeah, so I was quite lucky.
I can't even remember who I was with in my first classes.
Yeah. But then term 2 sucked for me.
Yeah, I cannot remember anything. I just remember that I failed my first term already.
I did really bad term 1 as well. I think it was just, it's weird because like I did the IB program and they kind of prep you really well, but I just struggled for some reason. I don't know, it was like a new environment, you know?
Yeah, that was the same with me.
Yeah. But I felt really stupid. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna
Same.
fail uni.
Same, because I failed like 2 courses out of the 3 with like 4s. Yeah, it wasn't
okay.
really great, but I managed to get to here in my 3rd year. Yeah, I think somewhere around October, I was left alone in a lecture.
Well, I think before though, because I invited you to my birthday party.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in my experience, it was in October, but it was September, so
I don't think it was that late. Like maybe 2nd week or something.
Wow.
Cause like
my memory.
Cause yeah, I did just invite you to, like, we didn't hang out, I think, but we were still kind of close-ish. I don't know.
Yeah, I just remember that time that I was left alone in lecture and I had nowhere that I saw friends or people that I knew. And then I remember I just walked up the stairs and then you kind of came out of one of the rows and you were like, hey, you want to stay with us? I was like, yeah, hey.
But I would
Didn't
never
see you in so long.
I would never do that. I don't
But
know
you
why I
did.
did that.
Yeah, you did. For some reason, you did.
I literally would never do that. I don't know.
Yeah, so you did. And I was so happy. And then I just stuck around with you guys. Because was it the same time that you immediately asked me as well to join the Secret Santa Claus?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really remember. Yeah, because I don't know when you met. Because you hung out with us, like Julius and stuff. I don't know when you hung out. When the first time was.
I think I officially, but like really hung out with Priya and Christina as well, I think. Like all of those people at the Sinterklaas thing.
But I feel like that's so far away. Like surely we were all close at Sinterklaas.
In my... I really don't know. That's the only two memories that I have.
Hmm.
Like the time in between, I don't think I hung out that much, because you did a lot of things together in the beginning. That is true.
Yeah. We might have gone to like Gracie's or something before.
Oh yeah, maybe. But that would be the only time.
Yeah,
I
I honestly
guess.
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But
But yeah.
yeah, I think that night was settled for all of us, so we became friends.
Yes.
I just remember just stressing out over the Secret Santa that I had, which was Julius, and the only thing I am still annoyed at this. The only thing that he wrote was snow. What do you want? Snow.
Well, you can give that to him now.
Oh yeah, next week. But yeah, it was a struggle.
Yeah. I don't know. Those were weird. We were so like, I feel like we were so innocent back then.
We really were, yeah.
Like I was just, yeah, trying to like have people like me and like stuff like that, and actually putting in an effort. And now I just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Also because we were like in a later stage,
Yeah.
and we kind of got to know a lot of people, and just we figured out who we wanted to hang out with, who we vibed with,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Not a lot of people. I don't know. I think, yeah, there are some nice people in our course,
Definitely.
but I think a lot, and like, yeah, like what some other people have said as well about our year specifically. I don't know. They're all just a bit. I don't know. I guess either way, our year is very cliquey. Like even like us, like we're pretty much a clique as well. I'd say
Yeah.
the most random clique because we're a very group of random people. But
Yes.
like,
Yeah, it's kind of those high school groups
yeah,
formed, and kind of everybody stuck together.
because like in the beginning, like we all added each other on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and we were all trying to be friends with everyone. But that's just so unnatural, and it just doesn't work, and people get excluded, and like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we were kind of forcing it.
Yeah.
Forcing to like everybody.
Like, especially when I would go clubbing and then I would see people I kind of knew and then we would hug and stuff. I don't think I would do that now.
No.
Like, thinking back, that's so cringe. And, like, why was I trying so hard for these people I couldn't care less about? But
Yeah. There are definitely nice people in our study and that we talk about, and
yeah.
I feel like I'm on good terms with. But there are also a lot of people that just, I don't know, I just don't really like.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
But yeah, now Jay and I are hopefully going to do the same masters.
Yes. We're taking our friendship to the next level.
And if one of us gets in and the other doesn't, that'll be kind of sad.
Yes. Basically, in the second year, we did all of our classes together, and third
year
as well. Yeah. We basically are doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. It's great to look back on how, like you said, innocent we were in like the first year. Like, I would have never guessed that we would become so close, because back then I literally had no idea who I was going to be friends with, if I would ever make like kind of lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And now I'm just glad that we have a stable friend group, a stable relationship with everybody, that we can hang out and depend on each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I like our friend group.
Same.
I think we have like the nicest people.
Yeah, definitely.
And just, yeah.
Yeah, just nice people.
Yeah.
Sometimes dependable.
Yeah.
No, we can count on them. But
I guess.
Oh no, let's not roast again.
I don't know. It wouldn't hurt if people come on time, Just once.
Yeah, time management is a thing.
Yeah.
But if that's the only problem that we have,
I guess.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I can live with that, I guess. As long as you don't turn on me and come late as well.
No, I'll be fine. I don't.
Good.
And if I come late, I'll just tell you. But yeah, that's a bit of how we met each other. But in time before that, what did you do?
What was I doing? You want my life story?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was born in Switzerland.
Yes. I remember one of the first conversations that we had. You were like, I was born in Switzerland. Like, something French. But then I'm Dutch too. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's always so hard when people ask me, like, where I'm from. Because it's like, I don't know what country I identify with. I remember with Etienne, I told him that I was like half French, half Swiss, and then he was, or not half Swiss, but that I have all these nationalities because he's half French and half Swiss. And then he asked me like, so if the French team fought against the Swiss team in football, whose side would you be on? And I was just like, I don't care about football. Sorry. And I was like, okay. And then I said something, oh yeah, it got worse. I said something about how, like, I'm like Switzerland, like I'm neutral. And then he's like, well, we'll see how long that lasts. It's like, is Switzerland going to war or something?
Oh no.
So yeah, that was an interesting conversation with Etienne. But yeah, it's just confusing because, like, yeah, I was born in Geneva. And Geneva's the French part of Switzerland, and I'm half French. But then I was put on international school. My sister went to French school, and I got Dutch lessons at school, and I spoke Dutch but didn't speak French. It's just very confusing. And yeah, but my school is amazing. And also I was really stupid because I went to a really big, like, private school, and there was a boarding school. But I thought the children were orphans.
Oh no!
Like, I would look at the kids and be like, oh, these poor kids with no parents.
Oh no!
No one ever told me. Like, I don't know. What was I supposed to think about these parentless children? Like,
But they weren't, right?
it was just boarding school. Like, technically, they didn't have parents with them, but they weren't dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was quite a stupid child. But it's okay.
It's fine. You figured it out eventually.
But yeah, and then yeah, we'd always, when we go to Holland, we'd go to Noordwijk, which is like the beach town next to Leiden, because my mom's from Leiden. And yeah, we would just, in the summer, go to Noordwijk. Not even summer, like I remember spending New Year's there too. I don't know. But yeah, there's this one house we'd always go to that belonged to like this old woman. And like we moved there like temporarily before we found a different house when we moved from Switzerland to Holland. But then, I don't know, my mom got in a fight with her and we got like kicked out.
Oh no.
So yeah, that ended. But it was basically kind of our summer house, I feel, because we'd always go back there. But yeah, so basically we moved from Switzerland to Holland because it was really expensive. Because usually the kids who go to these private schools, the work pays for it. Like expats and stuff, like it's paid for them.
Oh.
You don't have to pay that yourself. But my dad's work obviously didn't pay that. So yeah, we moved. And then we moved to Noordwijk. Yeah, it's a small town, beach town.
You moved quite a lot because I remember
Yeah.
in also like first or second year you moved like a lot.
Yeah, so okay, so in Switzerland we moved twice, but I don't really remember the first time because I was so baby, and then we had this apartment. Basically spent my childhood there. Then we moved to the like temporary house. Then we moved to an apartment on the boulevard. No, that's a lie. I don't know. No, okay. We moved to a actual house, which was really nice, but then we always had a lot of fights because this house had like this giant like storage space for like boats and stuff behind us, and it'd always go on our property and stuff, and they weren't really nice. So we moved from there to an apartment on the boulevard, and then we moved to another apartment literally across the street, and then we moved to Leida to a very small apartment. No, I'm lying. I don't know what the order is. No, yeah, I think we moved to Leida, and then we lived there for 2 months, and then we moved to a house in a town next to Leida where my school was, Utrecht. And then we moved back to Leida, and then I went to Spain on a school trip, and then I came back and we were in a different apartment.
Yes, that you told me. Yeah.
And I think that was everything. I don't know, it was a lot of back and forth. The longest time in Holland I spent, well, I guess maybe that's now Leida, but we did spend like 4 or 5 years in an actual house. And I loved that house. I didn't want to move, but I guess, yeah, it was a bit big, I guess. But I did really love that house. It's okay. But yeah, we moved a lot for just staying in the same country. I moved like 8 times in my life or something, which is very stressful. Oh, because apparently moving is one of the most stressful things you can experience. Like death. Like of someone else, not your own.
I was like, oh.
And then moving, and there's a third one, but those are like the most stressful experiences in your life.
Oh, great.
So yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, so when we first moved, I went to Dutch school, and then I went to international school, because we thought we might go back to Switzerland, and then we didn't. And then there was a really weird phase where we were going to move to Spain.
Oh, huh? Okay.
I don't know if you know. Yeah, there's this one year when we went to Spain like 3 times. I visited schools in Spain, like A-level schools, because they didn't really do IB. Yeah. And then after, like, I don't know, the schools kind of sucked in Spain, and I honestly didn't really want to move to Spain, and so we kind of scrapped that idea, but it was, like, literally gonna happen, like, we were gonna move to Spain.
Oh, wow.
And then the last time we thought of moving, I checked out of school in Geneva, and then stuff kind of happened where we didn't want to move anymore, and then, yeah, we just came to Erasmus.
Nice.
That's my life.
And then you moved here.
Oh, yeah, and then I moved here for like a year, and then I moved again 2 months ago. Yeah, moving is kind of a normal thing for me, I guess.
Yeah, but still stressful.
It's so stressful. I think no one can go through moving. Like, it's not a non-stressful progress. Like, it's just, ugh.
A lot of organizing, a lot of...
Yeah.
Like deadlines as well. Like then you have to be out of the house, apartment.
You have to clean your old house. Yeah. You're scared that you're not going to get your deposit back. And stuff like that. But yeah, it is nice to always have a change of scenery, I guess.
Yeah. I basically lived in the same block. Actually, I moved twice. One from China. That was a big move. But yeah, I did experience that.
Jay, I'm not recording.
Oh no.
Have I not been recording this whole time? Oh my god, I thought I was recording. And we're back. Wow. Okay, I say your turn to talk about yourself.
Well, you talked about moving before the video. Yeah, you talked about moving. I only moved like 2 times. So one was the really big one where I was adopted. For the people that didn't know, I'm adopted. From China. When I was 10 months old. Yeah, so I went to Vlaardingen. and basically stayed there until now. So 21 years later. But we did move in Vlaardingen to like the house on the corner, like literally down the street. Yeah, and that's basically where I live now. And yeah, I had like a very normal childhood. Nothing. Yeah, I'm so Dutch. I'm so normal. Like so normal. Nothing really serious happened. Um, I guess the only thing that was like noticeable about me was my looks. Because yeah, I think at the time when I was adopted, it was not really like a common thing. So yeah, my parents used to tell me that when I just arrived, everyone on the street was just looking at us like, "Oh wow, you have a Chinese daughter," you know. Yeah, yeah. So many people thought I was special because I came from another country. But yeah, I don't know. I don't speak Chinese. I have just started to learn a bit more about the culture. Um, yeah, in primary school, I was bullied for it because I was just different. I was not Dutch. Um, so yeah, I feel like I'm Dutch, but I don't necessarily think I belong to the whole Dutch culture. Like, it's just the place where I live, and like cultural stuff I have, but other cultural stuff I don't have. Um, but yeah, I was just a very normal child, Dutch child. Yeah. You know, a funny thing about me is that I went horse riding. I had this crazy obsession with horses because I read this book about this girl in Drenthe who was horse riding, and I wanted to do horse riding, and I did that for a year, but I fell off that horse throughout the whole year, which is why I stopped horse riding.
I think every girl went through this horse riding because even I did, but then lessons were so expensive we decided not to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. There was, for some weird reason, I could ride on this one horse like the whole time, but I just fell off all the others. So yeah, I was just a very basic child. And yeah, what's else? Yeah, so we moved to this house. Then in that house, I moved to the upper floor. That's the only moving that I did. And yeah.
I mean, like, I'm jealous of that, though. Like, I always just wanted a normal house.
Yeah.
And not having to move every time. And yeah.
Yeah, I can't even remember how moving was. The only memory that I have of it was that we could basically carry all of our stuff down the road, down the street, and put it in a new house. And I was just sitting in the window, just looking at everybody working. I was there with my MP3 player, just listening to music.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I was very normal Dutch. And I came to university and didn't really change.
No. It's fine. My home's your second home.
That's true, actually. Spend a lot of time here.
Yeah. So.
Which is nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah. No, I kind of, yeah. I always just wanted a house, like a garden and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we did have that for a little bit, but yeah.
Not now.
No. But it's fine. One day I'll have my own house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the future.
Unless I'm broke, because I study IPCOM. But it's okay.
We'll just marry rich.
Yeah. We can invest in a house together.
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess, like, I think the reason my mom or my parents never, like, bought a house is because when you buy a house, it feels so permanent, you know, and we're always like on the move. So it's like, yeah, it's such a commitment buying a house.
Yeah, that's true.
Because did you buy your house that you're at now?
We did.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, we were thinking of moving last year, I think, because of like issues with my mom's knee stuff. Because our house has like a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
So that kind of became a problem. But yeah, it just wasn't the right time to like move. So yeah, we're staying in his house, or at least they can move. But I'll probably be out of the house in like a few years. At least that's my goal. I'm not gonna stay there
The rest of your life.
for the rest of my life. No.
No. Move in with me.
Yes.
You can get a house with Priya. JK. Priya won't move out.
We'll break everything.
Oh yeah, actually no. I don't want to live with Priya. Like, it's so weird. Priya, she's so neat, like, in her own house, and then in mine she breaks everything. Sorry, Priya, but you know. Yeah, my whole wine glass collection is destroyed. I could cry. Man.
And this is the reason why we're not moving in together.
But I feel like Jay and I would make good roommates.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, we like have a rhythm.
Yeah.
We don't really get in each other's way. I don't know. I feel like
yeah,
it'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also am not the person to like constantly like talk or
Yeah.
like I like my own time. You like your own time. Yeah, I think we will make good roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe one day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically our lives before we met each other.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess this is it for today's episode.
Yes, it's a bit shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
But the next one is very exciting. I'm very excited to do that. I've been waiting for weeks to tell you the cases. I'm not gonna spoil what the next episode is about, but I'm very excited, and it's gonna be so much different than these episodes.
Yeah,
because it's not about us.
I'm sorry if you don't want to hear about our lives, but I think it's important.
Yeah, it's important for the start of the podcast.
Plus, it's our podcast, so you don't really care what you think.
True. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations what we should talk about, let us know on our Instagram, Trash Talk Podcast _. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, subscribe, like, share. And yeah, I'm excited for next episode, so we'll
What?
What
was that?
We will see you there.
Yes. Thanks for joining another episode of Trash Talk with the Chaotic Duo.